Well, we now know who the Democratic nominee for governor wants to be her running mate. Former state lawmaker Terry Goodin is Jennifer McCormick's preferred pick for lieutenant governor. News 8's government reporter Garrett Bergquist was in the room for that announcement.
McCormick's campaign frames Goodin as a way to reach moderate and disaffected conservative voters. First, though, they'll have to convince potentially skeptical delegates at the Indiana Democratic Party convention. Goodin says he wants to bring opportunity to rural Indiana, particularly through more school funding and union jobs. He says the past 2 decades have shown the dangers of one-party rule.
Small towns and small cities seem to be going out of business. I think you folks can understand what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, the current leadership in our state seems to be okay with this, as they have implemented no real policies that we rebuild our small communities, our rural communities, and also there's no vision to help them become areas of opportunity.
Goodin served in the Indiana House of Representatives for 20 years. That included a stint as House Minority Leader. He was one of the most conservative members of his party during that time. He notably voted in favor of abortion restrictions and Indiana's ban on same-sex marriage. Goodin says his views on both issues have changed.
I'm person enough to stand here and say I am sorry for that. Like many other Hoosiers with time and growth, I've come to realize my vote was wrong and misguided. Now, I can't go back 13 years and change that vote. But I can confirm this. I can confirm that love is love.
That might not be enough. 2 candidates from the party's left flank entered the race before Thursday's announcement. Those are former Indianapolis mayoral candidates Cliff Marsiglio and Bob Kern. Marsiglio says Goodin is out of touch with what today's Democrats value.
When a man comes to us and at the last moment says he supports everything that he claimed not to support for the last 20 years, it tells me he's doing it for a job, not because his belief system has changed.
Meanwhile, state Republicans say after facing multiple rejections from her own Democrat Party friends, McCormick turned to her old pal Joe Biden to pluck a member of his administration to plug in as her running mate. She won't rest until she brings Biden's policies to Hoosier doorsteps. Delegates to the Indiana Democratic Party convention will make the final decision who will be McCormick's running mate. The convention is scheduled for July 13th. At the State House, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.